We had to wait a while to listen to this song, didn't we? It's veinfm, The World Is Going to Ruin You.
Oh, go on, let it ruin me. I thought this album was great. They've said that this album is a sort of a concept album about the human condition from birth to death. And if that's the case, then they've presented the bleakest and angriest life ever imaginable. And I'd very much like to live it, please, because this album was fun. I just thought it was great. Like, sorry.
I love it. It's great.
James has just talked about how mum jeans are too like explicitly depressing with their lyrics.
Yeah.
And now they're
Continue.
Yeah. I'd like to live the bleakest life imaginable. I liked the sort of the balance between the anguish in the screams and the softness in the clean vocals that are like peppered throughout this album. I think it's especially shown on a track like Wavery. I just thought that was a really cool vibe. And I like that I saw a thing that said that the last 2 songs in this album take up a third of its runtime, which is pretty crazy, actually.
I did think that when I saw the runtime for, is it Funeral?
Yeah.
Something, Funeral Anthem or something?
Oh, God.
Last track on the album, though.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
When I saw the running time for that,
Funeral Sound.
that's it. When I saw the running time for that compared to everything else, I was a bit like, okay, this could be interesting.
I just
And it
really
kind
like
of was.
I really like the whole album. What do you guys think?
I was just wonderfully heavy from start to finish, really. I think Welcome Home was a really good way to set the tone for it. It's like dark and it lets you know what you're in for. Killing Room, I think, is still my favourite song based on the single we heard from it. I loved it then, and I think it stands out on the release perfectly. And there's just so many seamless transitions, which I've got 50-50 on because it goes from song to song, and like on one side it flows nicely, and on others I lost track a little bit on like which song I was listening to because of it being so fast paced in the transitions. I'm like, oh shit, I think I've missed the name of a song. I was kind of looking back and trying to think of ones that stood out.
I think in some ways that might be the point, though, to sort of like disorientate you as you listen and be like losing track of where you are.
That's
True.
what I picked out on. There's like kind of this, the sound palette they use kind of makes you feel unnerved and slightly uncomfortable. You have kind of distorted, dissonant chords kind of scratching at your ears, and unpredictable time signatures and tempo changes that kind of keep you on your guard constantly.
But you also have those nice breather points. Like Wherever You Are was a really nice respite in the album. It's like, oh, okay, chill, catch my breath a second before we just go back into kind of unrelenting force, I guess, with that. But then you also had stuff like the clean vocals in Fear and Non-Fiction, which also then has some fun drum sections. It has much more of a better dynamic range in total where they really get to explore things. And like we said about the song timings, Inside Design is 66 seconds long, but it feels like perfect for what it needs. It's heavy, it's got a great vocal performance, groovy riffs, nice cymbal accents, all in 1 minute and 6 seconds, which is absolutely incredible. And I think it's an album that's going to grow on me over time still as well. And I know, like, going to see them later this year, it's going to be one that I think is just going to get those repeat listens slowly, and one that I think you can really start to fall in love with, to be honest.
Yeah, I think also those moments of like release and calm makes the heaviness even better, because it would have been so easy for Vane to have just written an album that goes 100% all the time, but the moments where it drops back down means that it punctuates.
Yeah,
when it,
well, I think with the way the album format works, you don't want every second of every song to be blast beats and heavy guitar tones. You want that kind of break with some clean vocals or some atmospheric sounds.
Yeah.
And they use sounds quite well in here as well. Like, I've branded this the same as I had the Code Orange album, as horrorcore. Because I like the little sounds that they throw in the production with like children's laughter. Like there's a gasp for breath on Lights Out. And like I like to go for walks and stuff when I listen to the albums and the songs that we're reviewing. I went out on a really nice sunny day with the dog, and walking past like some old ladies, like chatting to them and waving at them as I go past. They probably think, "Oh, what a lovely young man." And then I look down at my phone and I'm listening to a song called "Orgy at the Morgue," and it's like, yeah, maybe
Appropriate.
I really, really like this album.
Did Will Putney produce this? Am I right in
Yes,
thinking
yes,
so?
he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He simply does not miss.
He's always good.
Can't wait. Their
Incredible.
Outbreak. Can't wait.